Hello. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Good and you?
All right. Let's begin. So what we wanted to do was to look at GRANTSUITE and make sure that you all had a quick start. So there are people that purchase GRANTSUITE that kind of get lost in the shuffle of it. And the software can do a whole bunch, but there are some things that we can do to help you get access to the funds that you want and can really use sooner than later. So, of course, there are thousands of grants and everything inside of the software, but what we're going to go over today is a quick start. All right. So, number one, are you all able to log in? Is everyone able to log in? So let me, while you all are checking your logins, can one of our team members share their screen? Oh, okay. So you all do not yet have the software. And let's do this. Okay. So you all do not yet have the software. So yeah, I thought you all had it because we had the special pricing. Yeah, anybody that didn't purchase it before, you won't get the discounted pricing. I think that was for that time frame. But let's go over it so you all can see. So this is the software. You'll notice that that it is the navigation is on the left side, and so you have home, which is this screen. Then opportunities, these are available grants. All right. And then you have templates. The templates are grants that have already been pre-written. So opportunities are available grants. Templates are ones that are already pre-written. All right. Then letters. When you think about letters, you want to think all of the things that need to be done that's not an actual grant. All right. And so you might need a general proposal. You might need a sponsorship letter, sponsorship agreement. The sponsorship agreement, you want it to write a letter for you to get an event sponsored. You click that, and here you have the sponsorship agreement. All right. You don't have to figure this out because it's already figured out for you. All right. And if you wanted to use this, it's already pre-populated with your information. So your program, etc. You can download it, save it, print it, and make it yours. When it downloads, you can download it as a PDF or as a Word document. All right. And the idea here is that some of you want to generate money and you don't have a nonprofit in place, or you want to generate money and you're not great at writing grants yet. But this is a strategy where you can actually get free money when you have not written a grant and you don't have a nonprofit. Sponsorships are for both nonprofits and for for-profits. So let me do just a quick room check, since I think different people are at different levels. Tell me how you came in. How did we connect? We'll start with Lenitra. It looks like she's on mute.
Here you go. So I met you through now it's called, well, done is better than perfect.
Okay. Were you with us this weekend?
No, sir. I couldn't be there this weekend. So I've been in the group now for probably about a year. And so when you came on the scene, I was interested because I run a nonprofit. I founded one about 9 years ago here in Texas.
All right.
About to start a nonprofit consulting business.
Okay. All right. That's good. What's the focus of your nonprofit?
We focus on higher education and mentoring for the entire family unit.
That's good. That's good. And you're going into consulting for nonprofits. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Shannon.
Hi. Yes. So I've been in Derek Harper's group. I did the body. I did done is better than perfect. And that's where I met you as well. So I've continued to be in his inner circle, core and pro. And I wanted to get into grants. I do have a for-profit, which is pretty much incorporated of a lot of things, travel, concierge services, and I wanted to develop my nonprofit for the elderly in my community. Here in Long Island, it's very, some elderly, they have homes, and they're not qualifying for Medicaid. And so a lot of the services, I'm a registered nurse by profession, and some of the services that they need, they don't qualify for. They basically, just making it by with Social Security. So that's where I wanted to add in my nonprofit so that they would have some access to services, maybe assist with medications when they get into the donut hole, because I see that all the time in the emergency room. They're coming in because they can't afford their insulin. Some are home alone by themselves. So I wanted to develop a lot of support for them. And then as well as to, other people, regular people, veterans, second chances, stuff like that. So I have it all kind of together, and I just want to be able to get it out as to what my mission is and how I could support everyone, not just, focusing on the elderly.
All right. It sounds good. So when you all are looking at the software, you can think about it in terms of your specific nonprofit that you might be doing this for free as a volunteer. You're securing grant funds for your nonprofit, but then when you're working for other people as a consultant, as a contractor, you might want to use this software to get grants for them. The amazing thing about it is that the software actually, each of these grants or templates or letters, it actually does it for every business that you insert. So I'll show you what I mean. Right now, this is set up for Black Wall Street, ABL, because that's the organization that I'm operating under. But I could also switch it. And when I switch it to Jordan Peer Recovery, now everything is set for Jordan Peer Recovery. And whatever is inserted for Jordan Peer Recovery automatically goes into the grant. And that's for every template, every opportunity. So if we look at GRANTSUITE templates, so you have the grant, you can view the details of the grant. You can visit the source of the grant. That's where you get to know the people. You read about the background of the grant. You can download an application. We've already set this stuff up for you. But if you wanted something to be, oh Lord, I clicked the wrong button. That's the search feature. If you wanted one of the grants that's written for you, then you go back to the main screen and you just click on, all right. Y'all let me know when you can see my screen again.
We can see it.
Yes. Yes, sir. We can see it.
So this is a grant opportunity. So let's look at seniors. So this grant is available for seniors. What we've done in the background is tagged each one of these grants for the categories that they qualify for. So this one from the Hanson Community Grant Foundation, you see the information there. All right. And you can apply. These applications are due the last day of the month to be considered for next month's funding. And if you were looking for youth, then you type in youth and you see this grant. This deadline is 2023. This one's only $1,000. Take a look at it. And you have these grants. All right. Looks like this one is going to be open soon, or this one opens, and you'll just be able to follow them. I always encourage people to reach out to the contact person, and that way you'll get an inside track. Now, this grant, the Youth Build grant, is a big one. Anybody that gets the software, you actually can get the Youth Build grant that I was awarded for $1 million. So you get that one as an example, and you can follow that one. That grant costs about $20,000 to write, and it was awarded. So this grant actually is for youth programs, but it is for youth to build or to rehab a house, and it's spread over 3 years. So it's really exciting. I love this program. I love it, love it, love it. And this grant can actually go to for-profits or nonprofits. So anybody that's interested in youth programs, you can have youth that build a house that a senior citizen can live in. You can have it where you've built a house for homeless, or you've built a house for somebody that's low income. All right. So let's take a look at a different category of grants altogether. So if we look at opportunities, you see up here, you have general, that's everything. Ones with templates and ones without templates. With templates mean it's already pre-written. All right. So let's look at one of them. All right. The Freed Fellowship. This one's only $2,500 and the deadline is right around the corner. So the advantage of this grant, for example, is the deadline you see is May 30th. Somebody might not have a whole bunch of time to write the grant, but this one is a no strings attached grant. So it's wide open. You can visit the source and look up the company. All right. This is a small business grant. But if you didn't have time to write it, that's okay, because I've already done it for you. So I'm gonna switch. Y'all see over here where I have these two organizations named. When you're setting your grant suite up, you can actually have as many organizations as you want. And if you're writing for multiple companies, then like if you're writing for 10 different companies, you can actually write this grant for all 10 different companies just with the click of a button. All right. So now I've switched it to Black Wall Street. Now everything is done. I am the founder of Black Wall Street. Can you tell us about your business idea, who it is? And this grant is already written. So the idea is not, can you write a grant? The idea is, how quickly can you get it done? And do y'all see how quickly this was done? With just one click of the button, boom, it's done. You download it, you submit it. So I'm gonna go through that again so you all can see. Normally, it takes anywhere from 20 to 40 hours to write a grant. But if you want to move quickly, you pick grants with templates, and you go here. I want to use this template, and automatically it's done. And it's written based on your organization. You set your organization up one time and it writes every grant. So you technically have a grant writer in your pocket, because me and my writers have already written this. We've already set it up so that it's ready for your stuff to be inserted. And when you insert your stuff one time, then automatically, boom, it's already done. And this grant is anywhere from $500 to $2,500. You click, you download it, and then you submit it. All right. Any questions? Now, I know there's a lot that goes on in the background, but this is what we've done in the background and make it easy for you. Now, let's say you were doing this grant for your company, and this is a for-profit grant. Maybe you had 5 different companies in 5 different places that you were writing grants for. You could actually set up each one of those companies, and when you set them up, the software will write this grant for each one of them, and each one would be different based upon that company. Now, let's say you wanted to save this. You click save, and you go to manage grants, and you see Freed Fellowship is there. Let's look at letters. Any of these letters are available for you. So let's say you needed something for food, a general proposal for food there, or you needed to write something to the mayor. We've already researched the mayors. Anybody that enrolls, we actually research the people in your area so that we have letters for you. Each of these places is somewhere that one of the customers operates out of. And so for this mayor, for example, the mayor of Marietta, Georgia, Steve Thunder Tumlin. He's the mayor of Marietta, Georgia. What I want you to do, I want you to write a letter to him, and it automatically formats it and sets it up. Now, if I wanted to do this for 2 different agencies, I click and you see it change everything. And if you wanted to save it so you can come back later, you save it. And then when you go to manage letters, you see your letter is saved right there. So what you get out of this software, you get a grant writer in your pocket. If you're doing this for your agency or you're doing it for multiple agencies, you get to actually speed up the process. And it's like having my brain in a computer available to you. And if there's a grant that you see out there and for some reason you feel like you can't find it or it's not in the software, You don't have to hire a grant writer. You just send it to us, and then we'll write it and put it in here so it's available to you, and that's at no extra cost. So this software, just last week, well, 2 weeks ago, we generated $155,000 with our grants from this software. This past week, it wasn't as much. It was 37,000 in grants. And this week we're on track for 25,000. But the options and the opportunities are endless. If you just take one thing, like the idea is you just take one thing out of this. Can you take the sponsorship letter? If you're doing an event and you have a sponsorship letter, you need this letter to be written for you. It's already set up, already has the levels. You can always add to it, but you don't have to figure this stuff out because I've already figured it out for you. You get one sponsor, it's already covered the cost. So what you have to think about is you could, do nothing. You could continue doing it the way that you are doing it, or you could figure it out yourself. And that's definitely doable. Or you can just have the software do it for you. And that's kind of how you want to think about it. The software, because of how much it generates, because of the number of grants that it generates, and it's already written for you, all the brain power is already set up for you. So that's why the software is $5,000. It has already generated 155,000 last week. This week, the next week, 37,000. So just for one consultant alone, it's already generated $200,000, and every day it's being added. So like Lenitra or Shannon, if you were using this for your agency, you have to think, can you use this? And you're not going to hurt it if you use it every day and all day. Can you use this software to generate money for your agency? It's clearly right here. And then if you want to do it for other agencies, then you can do that as well. All right. And so what I did, I discounted it to $997, but that deal is no longer available. So if you all wanted it, I guess I'll do it, because is that the amount that you all were? Well, I don't know how it was, because I did the special for the event because I was in person. But if you all want the software, I'll go ahead and do it for you all. It's only 2 of you. So I'll do it for you all for $997 if you were interested in getting started today. But I'm gonna have to go. There's someone doing my floors right now, and now I gotta get right to planning for this weekend. Matter of fact, I have my event this weekend. It's called Grind Fest, and it's the celebration of Black business and entrepreneurship. And as a matter of fact, this sponsorship agreement right here, this is the thing that I use for Grind Fest. Like this thing right here, it is exactly what I use to generate the $100,000 of sponsorship, so that none of that comes out of my pocket. But most of the time, people are paying for stuff out of their pocket. But like getting all your expenses covered by somebody else's money really is the only way for you to grow your business, no matter what the market changes, no matter how the market changes. And it's only attainable through a system like this, where you can take time out of the equation. People really don't have time to figure out things, but I figured it out for you. All right. So did you all have any questions? So if either of you wanted the software, you can get it today for $997. But to get that price, you will have to do it now, because it won't be available. It's not publicly available to anybody. All right, Lenitra. Okay, you're signing up now. All right, and Lenitra, if you wanted that that $1 million grant, a copy of the Youth Build grant, inside of this software, you'll see this year's grant. But if you want my copy of what I wrote to win the grant, just message me afterwards, after you signed up, and you'll get that. All right. Will that help you out? You can actually see an example of the grant that was awarded to me. Oh Lord, did I lose you? Yeah. See, the thing is, like, there's so many people that are interested in grants and don't know how to get started. And so what we did here, we just leveled the playing field so that you can get started. All right. So you get started, and you get started, even if you knew nothing about it. Like if you knew zero about grants, you could still use this and generate money. And what I think you should do, Lenitra, definitely apply for that free, the Freedom Grant that we just pointed out. Apply for that, and also go ahead and hold an event. If you already have an event planned, go ahead and add sponsorships to it. All right, go ahead and add some sponsorship to it, and you can generate more money even without writing a whole bunch. But did either of you have any other questions before we go? Well, y'all have a good day. Let me know if I can help in any way, and welcome to GrantSuite. All right, we'll be talking
Yes,
to you.
it was great. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.